Hey, Cailen Ascher here from Calm Biz, and this morning I woke up to an email that I was not expecting announcing that good friends of mine were separating. And now these weren't just friends, they were mentors, teachers, role models, people that I really looked up to, and I respect them each individually so very much, and I had respected their relationship as a couple so very much that this news really hit me in the gut and I had a physical reaction to it, even though I haven't seen them much in the last year or so. They've been very busy business building and raising their children. But the news really got to me, and it made me simultaneously very sad and also extremely grateful for the relationship that I have with my husband and how it has grown and developed and deepened ever since we welcomed our daughter into this world back in October. And the news reminded me, this news of them separating reminded me that nothing is permanent. And that's a really tough thing to remember when you're in the tough stuff, when you're in those moments when you feel like you wish things were different, you wish things would change. Or perhaps when you're in the middle of the really good times and you just take it for granted because it just feels like a given. But nothing is a given. Nothing is permanent. Everything's always changing. Change is the only constant in our lives. And I wanted to do this video today to remind you that no matter where you are in your life, in your business, whether you're healthy and happy, whether you're single or married, whether you're starting a new business, building a business, feel like you're struggling, feel like everything's going well, to remind you that it inevitably will change for better or for worse, and that when something arrives in your life, whether it be good or bad, I encourage you to take the lessons that it is offering, because things always arrive in our lives for a reason. I believe that 100%. And so I want to encourage you to move through the steps that I'm about to share with you when something arrives in your life that shakes your world, that rocks your foundation. And the first thing I suggest, and that I did for myself this morning, was to pause, to take a deep breath, close my eyes. If you have the time to meditate, do that for yourself if that's part of your practice. And sit with the feelings that are coming up for you. Sit with what is arising for you and just notice without judgment, without feeling like it needs to be different, that it needs to be changed right now. Just sit with what is and let that wash over you, because that's a really important part in the process. Step 2 is to reflect. I think then at this point, it's important to say, what can I learn from this? Like I said, if something's arriving in your life, it's arriving in your life for a reason. So what is your takeaway? Why is it showing up for you? And for me, my immediate reaction was that it's arriving so that I don't take what I have for granted. I don't take the relationship I have with my husband, the friendship that we have, and the bond that we're continuing to grow as we move into this journey as parents, that I don't take that for granted, that I take the time to say I love you and to hug him and kiss him and show him that he is appreciated, because it's so easy now with this new little person in our lives to put so much focus and energy into her that we could take the other one for granted. So for me, that was the lesson I took away. And lastly, step 3 is to set an intention. Again, if this teaching, if this moment, if this world-rocking instance came into your life for a reason, what are you going to do with it? How are you going to internalize that lesson and then move forward? And set an intention that will transform this world-rattling event into something that can be a catalyst for good in your life. And it could be a small intention, like, I am going to say, I love you at least 3 times today to that person in my life that needs to hear it. Or I am not going to complain about anything for the next hour. It doesn't have to be a long-term intention. It doesn't have to be something that's transforming your life forever. but something that is a positive result from this world-shaking moment, and let that be part of your experience today and see how that feels and that changes for you. So I hope that this teaching helps you in a moment when maybe you're feeling a little unsettled, a little rattled, a little shaken by something that's arrived in your life, and that this will help you to move through it with a little bit more grace, a little bit more ease, and with a takeaway that hopefully will be for the greater good. And as always, for more life and business advice just for yogic entrepreneurs, head on over to calmbiz.com, and I will see you there.